We're live. Wasn't that many people out here today. I think this is 2 events we've been to so far that they're not really.
You know what I think though? Sun and Fun ends Sunday.
That's true. You think it might be the Sun and Fun crowd? Yeah. You think so? I just think maybe just the area's not built up yet.
Well, it was bigger last year.
I just think it's just not built up enough for enough people to enjoy it.
Ready?
Yep, we're just waiting for her to come up. Come on up, guys. Step into the light. When you do go out there, make a right, and then make another right out there. Slow down. I want to see what they're building.
Now, what did you say?
When you come out here, make a right, and make another right. Make a right at the light, but when you go by the jail thing, I want to see what they're building. They had a picture up, so make a right here. Like, don't whiz by it so quick. They had a sign of what they were building there.
I'll make a right here, right?
Yeah, you got no choice.
No, I could go left.
Or you could go straight.
No, I'm good with that.
That was pretty good fish sandwich.
Yeah, that fish was really good. Had a good flavor.
I just needed more tartar sauce on it. I know some people like a little tartar sauce. I like extra. Now that light up there will be turning right. Oh wow, they're remodeling the museum.
Yeah, I see that.
See it up there. See the signs up there? Coming soon.
Coming soon. We shall see. Let's go.
What does that say? Lawrence Crow Transportation Station. Huh. I wonder if that's a bus.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm stuffed.
So am I. I'm not stuffed. I'm content. I'm happily content.
I'm stuffed.
If I would have ate those chips, I'd have been stuffed. I didn't want that.
Piece of cake later would hit it right off. That's it. Pull out the chicken so it can thaw a little bit more. Because I didn't know how long we were going to be out here.
It's 2, so been here 2 hours. I'm ready to go home and have some green jasmine tea.
Feels like a Sunday.
It does, doesn't it?
Feels like a Sunday today.
I know, I guess because we've been out and about just about every day this week.
Yeah.
And it's gonna
At least
be
we
like,
got our steps in. That's the main thing.
yeah.
Get your steps in. I know both my calves and my left thigh is cramping like crazy.
From walking today?
From yesterday.
Oh. Come on, peeps. Get with the program here. Really, Sean and Carlos don't have too far to get, to leave. To get home.
Heading back home, yes. We ate. We checked out the event.
BB bought a new dress.
Phoebe bought a new dress.
To where I don't look like the Goodyear blimp in it.
We're heading home. Ooh.
It is a beautiful day though. It's 93 though.
Yeah, not that much humidity today. If you're in the sun, you feel it. But the wind's picking up again, so.
Yeah, but I gotta start getting back into the rhythm of putting that lotion on my skin. That suntan lotion. Sunblock, whatever. Thank God I put that stuff on my nose. Because I was really starting to sweat.
We had our hats.
And we had our hats, yeah.
Today you have to wear a hat, a sun hat.
Yeah,
That's
you do.
for sure.
You do. Wow. See that whole
That's what I'm saying, but
Polk County's got to get it together.
Polk County didn't get back into the Build Back Better program. They got into the Build More subdivision program. Build more water pipes.
Yeah. More reclaimed water.
That's the program they got into.
All right. Actually, for a Saturday, road's not that busy right now, unless I just jinxed us. That's a good.
We'll see as we get closer to Edgewood Drive.
Right.
But yeah, it was a nice little event.
Not as big as last year's though, but again, we do have the Sun and Fun here this weekend.
Yeah.
Or up until Sunday. And I think the Blue Angels are performing this weekend at the Sun and Fun in Lakeland. So a lot of people went to go see them, most likely.
Yeah, they fly all around here doing practices and warplane practices and everything. other than that,
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, we're in Highlands, so we're good. I can get in the middle lane and just cruise. What have you guys been up to today? Same old, or something a little different?
snowbirds are down here in Florida.
Well, they're going to be here until after Easter.
The newbies are down here in Florida.
They're going to be here a while. Maybe the first hurricane will scare the shit out of them. They'll go back.
I'll say this much: the people who did move down here last year, I wonder how many people moved and said they don't want to deal with that because that Burger King closed. Wow. But at least when I came down here, I didn't see a hurricane that strong my first time here. It took a couple of hurricanes to get used to it and learn, but them straight newbies, boy, they came here, they got hit with a hurricane.
Yeah. And that's scary.
Yep. José, Laura, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué está pasando en Puerto Rico? La gente está poniendo en loco. Yeah, right by in Rincon where the lighthouse is. They're doing some kind of construction and they're trying to put people putting private fences up around their houses so they don't have access to the beaches. Puerto Rico's going through a mess right now. We got another corrupt governor, like a new one they voted. And then the mayor in Rincon, which I think he's a family member. I gotta ask my cousin. He hired his son to do that construction, and they're gonna put a wall up and something along that water line. I mean, people are getting pissed off. They're ripping down trees and yeah, they're ripping people's trees up, going on their property, ripping them down, but that's what happens. I always say Puerto Rico's a nice place to visit. Unless you live there, you're used to that stuff, but after you live here in the United States, you don't want to go back into the 70s to live like the 70s. Estamos bien aquí que el gobernador dé permiso para romper y la gente adueñándose de las playas. Yep. Trying to take the beaches away from the Puerto Ricans.
I'd like to know how these governments think that anybody owns the water.
Well, because the United States do it. I don't know how it is in other countries. Puerto Rico's always been that the beaches were for the public no matter what.
See, I think that's how it is in Europe.
But that one hotel that we were going to stay in, that we didn't stay in, that was by Jose in Fajardo, they had that beach locked down on private.
Oh.
And people are pissed. People are pissed because, like I said, and then now you have these private citizens that are putting gates up so that you can't get access. Or like they show one lady, she put a gate on the road because her house is the last house.
Okay.
She put a gate further up on the road.
Oh, wow.
To not let nobody go in there and park or use the beach. Like she owned the road and everything. I mean, it is going. But of course, I'm sure they're going to say, oh, it's the Americans. They'll find something to blame the Americans. But
if
and
I'm
they
not
keep voting the same people. They
But if
keep
I'm-
voting Democrat.
Right. Well, no, that's the problem.
BB, how are you?
I am doing good, Jose. How are you and Laura?
Yo tengo que ir para el doctor el lunes. Para esa gente puede sacar el kidney stone.
And I'm just going to take this to Kathleen.
Gotcha.
Just go for a little ride today.
Kind of weather. I found another coffee shop place.
Where?
It's a cookie place. It's
Huh?
on eBay Street.
Is that in Tampa?
A donut place. No, right there in Lakeland.
Oh.
And it looks like they have the same coffees like Black and Brew and the other place. So, other than they sell donuts there.
Oh, I don't need the donuts.
But I'd like to check out their drinks to see how good. I think it's called Parlor Donuts or something like that. But we'll have to check out that place one day when we go, or we want to try a cup of coffee and go for a walk.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll go to that place and grab see what their drinks are about.
Just as long as you don't want to grab coffee at 5 o'clock at night. Because then I won't be going to bed until around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. That's usually the time that we'll
go around and walk around.
Well, then to make sure it's no doctor's appointments the next
In
day.
0.2 miles, traffic light camera ahead.
Because you'll be going by yourself.
These dang traffic light cameras.
Welcome to Polk County.
Let me tell you something. You remember that new traffic light camera that they put
on Florida? Yeah.
I was watching something, a website where you won't believe how many people run that light.
That one?
Yes. I'll see if I can find that video again.
But that's why they put that camera light there, was because people were running the light before and accidents were happening.
You know, the new one.
Yes.
The one that, right.
But
you won't believe, I didn't think that people ran that. You won't believe. The town center of my house is having an Easter egg hunt for kids. It's a zoo of people. I'm staying home away from that mess today because I have to work tomorrow. My whole worry is that depending where you live, that Telsa, that worldwide Telsa thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was worried about driving around this weekend, because you just don't know where these things are going to pop up. And it might not just be for Telsa. You know, they're going to protest for something.
Well, they're protesting against Trump too, but we're in Polk County and Grady Judd ain't going to deal with that shit.
We haven't seen nothing. But like what we see on the news, like in New York City, where they're on the highways and blocking traffic, that was only my concern, was that, because as we're getting into the city of Lakeland, you know, at one time there was a protest. I think it was the George Floyd protest. And they had it right there in downtown Lakeland. It didn't get like burning, but they were throwing stuff at cars. I mean, they were doing a little damage, but it wasn't like burning of the stores. But my whole thing was today was like, boy, if you live in one of those states that, like in Miami, they're protesting. But if you live in one of those states where they just let the protesters take over the roads, and whew, I could just imagine.
I don't have to worry about it here in Polk County. As long as I got Grady Judd, I'm good.
Cross our fingers. That's all we can do.
Because if anything like that does happen and he catches him, God help him. Because they're going to go down.
But that was my only worries, was that. It was like, I wonder if there'd be any protesters in around Lakeland, downtown, because
I'd be more worried about Newport Richey, Port Richey, Tampa, you know, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, those.
Because like I said, that just gives them to protest about anything at that point. Doesn't have to be just about Tesla. It could be about anything.
No.
But I don't blame you, Kelly, for not going around there.
No way, Jose.
I think a lot of our Easter egg events are starting next week or something. Next weekend, a lot of the ones around in the Florida area.
Well, a lot of the churches are probably be doing both weekends.
Yeah. I'm saying from the next weekend till Easter, you're going to see a lot. Nothing this weekend because it's still too early. But I know next weekend, starting next weekend, I know Tampa's and you'll be seeing a lot of those popping up.
Yeah. Dude, I want it over here. There you go. I don't have to be at a certain destination at a certain time today. And even if I did, I wouldn't be driving like that. Just saying.
But I hope everyone's enjoying the videos.
Yes, I hope everyone is.
Just recorded 2 today.
Cameraman's got a lot of homework he's got to get caught up on.
Oh, they're adding on. Look. They're adding on to that apartment complex, another building.
Yep. Scaffolding's up.
Yep. You know what that means, right?
More traffic.
That means we had a little space. We can build something there because it's filled up and we're not making that much money like we used to. Let's build more.
Yep. No, we're not going to go down Florida. Not
but
today.
It's that camera over there.
Oh, shit.
You see that camera right there?
Yeah.
Yes, that camera there.
But that was one of the reasons that they put the camera up there.
Yeah, but I did not think
with the camera being there, they'd still be running the lights.
Well, no. Well, the thing is this is a main road they built. Okay, that's not like a main road there. But I'm not saying that you're wrong. There wasn't a lot of accidents there, but you would think they would put it here because this main drag and everyone trying to beat this, right?
Yeah, the intersection.
But that intersection, I'm telling you, you got to see. There's cars where they're going like this and they almost hit and then they make a, they try to avoid and then they just keep going left.
Yeah.
You got to see the crazy stuff that they're doing. Like,
I know.
I never knew that light was that bad.
Someone almost plowed into me there with my Infinity when I was going to get my blood work to get hired on at Valencia.
But I couldn't believe it. That camera right there, literally.
Guy come out of nowhere. I had the green light and I mean, he swerved this way, went.
And that's what the crazy thing is that everyone's eating straight red lights, not even stopping.
No.
They're just blowing through that light. And I just can't believe it. Like that little corner.
That's why when that one company they interviewed me, it was for Aflac, and they said I had to drive, or in Humana.
Yeah, that one little corner there.
And that's why I'm not gonna keep myself that stressed out for that all day.
I mean, a lot of people will use that road just to get away from traffic, or they live in there. The intersection by my apartment complex, ever since they put a 4-way stop lights there's at least 10 accidents since putting the 4-way. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I know a couple of times when I was by a red light camera and the light was turning red, I just said, screw it. I hit the brake and I could see like the person behind me was ready to, I mean, I don't care. It was yellow. I just hit the brake and stopped, but. And then that 4-way stop sign they put by our house, a lot of people don't remember, because the ones that remember that you could keep going straight through, they would go straight through. Oh my God, they're knocking down the club.
Yep.
Wow.
No more clubbing in there.
I wonder what they're gonna put there.
Oh, I'm sure they'll figure something out.
Just to show you how people are speeding more than they should be. Yeah. Or not paying attention. It's like when we came out of that Publix, I didn't pay attention. Remember when I made the left turn thinking that we had the green light, we could
Yeah.
turn and not, and it's like, damn, I gotta remember the arrow. That's why I don't like going out that way no more. I go out the front now and I catch the light that way.
Right.
Because there I tend to think that because we have the green light, and normally that green light arrow gives us the right of way because the other side stopped. Like that car, remember that car almost hit us because I thought we had the turn signal, but it wasn't. I really lost concentration. And it's not the first time. The second time I did it, I noticed it. And I was like, I can't go through here because for some reason, I'm thinking that we have the left turn right away, that they have to stop. But because even down our roads where they're building this new subdivision, we don't even go down that street no more because it's going to be accident city. We just cut across now another way, to get out of the area that we're at because it's getting so congested right there that people put their right turn signal, or some people have the right turn signal and they still go
left.
straight. Right, or they go
left.
straight.
Yeah.
Or you think someone's turning, but then the second car, he goes straight, and it's like, nah, we're not gonna go through that anymore.
I can't afford. I mean, like I said, when Humana interviewed me for the job, and it's gonna be in Wesley Chapel. Okay, but I have to drive. Well, yeah, I know. No. That's more congested than Lakeland. I mean, shoot, look at the congestion in here in the past 5 years.
Used to be dead.
Yeah. Usually only people that drove it was the locals.
Just like the I-4 corridors and stuff. Everything's busy.
So busy.
But the Mr. Frosty did open up in Mount Dora.
Oh, did they?
And they opened up an Irish restaurant in that area too, as well. But the Mr. Softy store did open up in Mount Dora. I wonder how they'll do.
Well, they're in Mount Dora. I think they'll do good. All those fuzzies are flying around in the air.
Those are those things you blow and you make a wish.
From the dandelions.
Yeah. Yep. You were kids, you can blow them and make a wish. As you're an adult, you don't even want them around because it gives you hay fever.
Oh. That's why you treasure those childhood memories. Yipper. I'm hoping Tuesday we get the rain. It's going to wash some of this pollen down.
Oh, is that the new venue?
Where?
That blue one right
There?
Wow, that looks nice.
That's a Mazda.
It went across.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it.
That looked real nice.
Well, I'm not getting rid of my itty bitty. was gonna say, I think my venue is the newest version.
Yeah, there must have been some of those. No, there must have been another car.
Okay.
Not a venue then.
Oh, it feels such like just a lazy Sunday.
That it does.
At least we got everything done we needed to get done. Relax the rest of the day today and then tomorrow and start the crazy week Monday.
No elevators, only ground level.
Okay.
In other words, you got stuff that's going to go on the second floor. You're going to be walking it up and down, so make sure you know what you're buying on the second floor.
Right? Make sure you got some good knees, good legs, because you're going to be getting your steps in.
They're building something there.
Where?
Right there to the left. Sure, a lot of people working on their cars and working on their garden.
We're at the beach.
We're at the beach.
Today's a perfect beach day.
I know right now you go to the beach, you're going to get sunburned.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
will get sunburned today.
Instead of eating the lobster, you will be the lobster. Or maybe both. You'll eat lobster and be a lobster. Really not my ideal of a good time. Because when I burn, I turn into crispy French fries.
This is a dead spot. The dead spot right here for
The
some
dead
reason.
zone.
This one little spot does not have signal at all in this. For some odd reason.
You know, we didn't have that issue until after the hurricane.
Right. Makes you wonder what happened around here.
Yepper. Nice tag on the BMW. Goes quite well.
Everyone's windmill is twirling.
Got that right.
I think this year was the most that things has ever spun.
So, last year, hurricane season.
No, I'm saying not for hurricane. I'm talking about like,
Oh, just out of the ordinary?
yeah, this year it's really getting its money's worth.
Yeah, it's getting a workout. You may have to put some bearing grease in that poor thing. poor thing's seeing so much friction right now. I've seen more and more people on those electric bikes.
Too lazy to pedal. I mean, you're gonna get an electric bike, you might as well get a freaking scooter or a moped. I mean,
you spend about the same amount of money.
Electric bike is exercise. I mean, a bicycle is exercise. Electric bike ain't exercise.
Nope.
So if someone's riding an electric bike, they think they're getting a workout. They're crazy.
In their mind, they
pedal
are.
Those 5 or 18 miles. Forget about biking and pedal it. You get a workout. The other day I had 4 tires put on my wheelchair and I'm good for another year or 2 after tune-up. What are you doing, Kelly? You're doing burnouts? I thought them tires last. I thought them tires last at least a couple of years. You must be doing some burnouts on them or something. You must be drifting on them suckers.
Well, she does work at the mall, so
I mean,
she's got to avoid all the crazy people.
I've never heard of someone getting 4 tires every year for a wheelchair. She's probably freaking doing burnouts, but
then she's got to deal with the salt and the snow.
Yeah, but that's good. Yeah, she's good for another year or 2 with the tires.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought it was every year she was replacing them. Alrighty, baby. We'd like to thank everyone that joined us. It says, with me using it daily, I put a lot of miles on them daily, so it adds up. I've been on my current wheelchair since October 2016. Oh, wow, that's cool. 16, 17. Right. 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. All right, Kelly and everyone else. You're the 6 other people that are watching, and Kelly making 7. Thank you for joining us. And enjoy today's video that will be out today at 6 o'clock. Until the next live. Bye-bye.